It's just about game time. The Blazers never looked more confident than they do right now and did earlier on. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The sun setting over the busy metropolis of Houston, Texas. And that's where we're coming to you from tonight. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Green.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, James Harden is both famous and infamous with his skill at getting to the foul line. Some don't like it, but Harden says free throws are a part of basketball. Either you're going to foul me or I'm going to score. Putting the pressure on the defense like that is tough. But that's what makes a good player. Kevin, no lies told there.
Well, no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. Could be a transition free-for-all tonight, Brent. What's your feeling about going for the open three on the break rather than taking it in for a higher percentage shot in a layup?
Well, nowadays we know that the three-pointer actually means more for any given team.
Analytically, you're right.
Analytically,
yes.
But Kevin, what I'm interested in is on a given night like this where we're going to see a ton of threes, what's the decision-making of the guy with the ball? Sometimes it'll be the point guard, it might be a wing player, but how smart is he at finding the right shooter at the right time at the three-point line on these fast breaks?
Making those big decisions, you're right. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Nurkic, and it's Bazemore at the small forward. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front, and it's House in at the 3, the small forward. Harden, no good. And so it's Anthony. Bringing it up for the Trailblazers. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
You can't allow that much separation, even as the pass is coming his way. Try and crowd Carmelo as best you can.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. The 3 from Harden. Nurkic with the block. And just about a minute into the first quarter. McCollum deciding where to go with it. And it's off from three-point range. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Westbrook, here we go. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Well, hard to believe that Russell Westbrook has now gone 3 consecutive seasons averaging a triple-double.
You remember, Kevin, just how much we were flipping out about the possibility of somebody doing this again since Oscar Robertson, and now Russell doing it 3 straight years. It's just a mind blower.
So he can't get either to fall.
Just how fierce a competitor Russell Westbrook is. He just lays it all out there on the line every single night. Just a bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
Harden against Lillard. It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. The Trailblazers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. It's McCollum on the wing. Fires from 18. That one wide left.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Mario Hezonja's checked in for the Trailblazers. And the second free throw, good.
Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
Now, here's Lillard. He had a 30-point outing their last game against San Antonio.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Here is Harden following the basket by C.J. McCollum.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Ray, you talk about all that travel for the Blazers. That can wear you down.
Well, interesting. The Blazers have done some particular things off the floor for their players, bringing in UV lights into the locker rooms, coffee before the game. It's very much hipster Pacific Northwest.
Nurkic can't hit.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively. Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
That's tipped. McCollum outside. 5 on the clock. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Harden the pass to Tucker. He dishes it to Capella. It's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Now, here's Lillard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
Yeah, I bet it was pretty quiet in that locker room after that game. When it hit overtime, it was a matter of which team had more energy left, and seemingly it wasn't them. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
The offensive rebound.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Rockets have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Harden the pass to Capella. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic seeing an opportunity there to make the impact defensively with the block.
They now take the lead. And it's 6 points for C.J. McCollum.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now here's Westbrook. 20 points for him last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously, put on a passing clinic.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Now here's Bazemore following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Bazemore on the wing. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Lillard outside. His first shot coming late. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Houston the other way. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. A little extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force. And that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that C.J. can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, not when the defense is asking him to.
Portland shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And he can't get the first one. Looking at the long season ahead, Brent, as a veteran player, what are some of the habits that keep your body going strong, staying healthy?
Teams have really gotten hip to the idea that we need to rest our star players as much as possible. So efficiency with the work that they do, I think, is the most important thing. Star guys who get into practice and are on the court for 50 minutes to an hour every day so that there's a rhythm that they can keep and the teammates can keep up along with them on the floor. That's what it's about for those guys. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Now Lillard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Whiteside, good.
Whiteside working on having a better all-around feel for the game, and that time makes a solid read.
The Rockets trail. Here's Harden. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
2 shots.
Free throw good, James Harden.
Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots from deep, really impossible to guard.
Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. Rivers comes in for Russell Westbrook. Portland also making some changes. Zach Collins checked in for Mario Hezonja. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And he makes both free throws. And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot, Greg, for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with his streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it.
Here's Simons, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Hood can't get it to go. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. Outside Gordon. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Rodney Hood.
Well, Eric Gordon is always a threat as a 2-guard to score. However, the defense gets a little too physical with him there, which is why he gets to the free throw line.
Now, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years. But one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Houston. Gordon hits both of them.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Here's Simons. McCollum outside. To the middle. Here's Whiteside. Some solid defense there by Nene. Rockets have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Gordon inside. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
Exquisite move off the dribble from Eric Gordon. No way to guard that.
Trailblazers trail by 4. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And Green slams it in.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Now here's McCollum. 14 points from him the last game against San Antonio. Looking to end the run. It's rebounded by Houston.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Rivers gets a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Portland again missing.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Collins grabs the miss. Trailblazers trail by 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. He goes up again. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good.
And thinking back to when Gerald Green first came into the league, oozing with athleticism, but really not much else. Now he's a completely different and better player than when he first arrived.
Both free throws good from Green. And as amazing as Green was in his dunking as a younger player, he needed to grow as a player.
And the time he spent overseas, I think, really helped with his development and confidence. Came back to the NBA, and really since his return has been a great weapon off the bench for whichever team he's suited up for.
And he has not been on his game here. He's forcing a lot of shots, and the team is suffering because of it. It's time for him to focus on getting his teammates involved.
A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, James Harden.
Well, you just look at the scoring he's provided and the numbers he has put up, and it's a no-brainer. Rarely does someone carry an offense this much and not walk away with some form of hardware for their efforts.
Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shot clock at 5. They get a hand on it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rivers. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
You know, it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end. And you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Lobbed up there for Green.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Simons. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one's on Eric Gordon. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, three prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, three great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
He's perfect from the line this time. Rockets leading by 8. Rivers surveying the D. Outside, Green. And he slams it down right on top of Hassan Whiteside.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add two ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's Collins. The Rockets making the shot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Simons the pass to Collins. Hood trying to break free.
That's what he does, Tyson Chandler, redirecting that one.
Here's Rivers. That one doesn't go.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Hood kicks to Collins. Portland again missing. Houston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Outside, Green puts it up from 12. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Well, Chandler's being aggressive right now on the glass, does a terrific job staying active and collecting the rebound.
It's McCollum on the wing, defended by Gordon. Collins dishes to Whiteside. Comes up empty down low. And here's Houston. They're on a 20-5 run. Here's Rivers. No good on that one. Collins with some nice D.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. Kent Bazemore's checked in for the Trailblazers. There's 31 seconds left in the first. Here's Simons. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Good on the second free throw. .27 seconds left to play here in the first. McLemore, the pass to Rivers. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, he does not lack for confidence, does Austin Rivers. He plays with a huge chip on his shoulder.
For Houston, they have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line.
And they've been the more physical team offensively, seeking contact, looking to score in the lane, and getting to the line.
There's the pass to Nurkic. And it's Hood in the corner. Over McLemore. Hood gets the bucket.
Shots like this are going to really help Rodney stay in a rhythm.
And so it's the Houston Rockets going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I always said it's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Rockets, Gerald Green out there with Chandler, and it's Rivers, then there's Nene, and it's McLemore at the two-guard spot. There's a lot of talk, Brent, about eliminating divisions, something that's been discussed. I think that's going to happen.
I don't understand what the divisions are. Do you?
Well, no. We don't pay attention to the divisions.
We don't pay any attention to the divisions.
It's all about conference.
And we know that divisions end up helping in some ways with the playoff seedings, but it just seems strange today to have the divisions the way they are divided up. I think it helps when you're opening up a fish wrap in the morning if you check a traditional newspaper, but otherwise, that could be something that goes away soon.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Tyson Chandler. And he's good on the second. Rivers with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. Kicks it to Green. Feeds it to Nene. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Nene's got his first basket.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game, phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
Here's Simons, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Anthony in the corner. Lock at 6. Shoots over Tucker. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Anthony.
Yeah, even with the contest, I don't think that's bothering Carmelo Anthony. It seems like once he's on the spot, he knows he can get that shot.
Now here's Rivers. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And the wide open shot from Green. Oh, good on the 3. Trailblazers trail by 9. Hood, the pass to Anthony. And yes, it's good. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter.
Melo buries these kind of shots all the time. It seems like there's not a difficult shot in Melo's handbook.
Here's Rivers. And the 3 ball is good. And the Rockets lead by 10.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Nurkic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Nene. And so, Brent, you and I know the legend of Nurkic. Back in Bosnia, a sports agent read an article about a huge policeman, 7 foot, 400 pounds. And this agent tracked down this policeman and asked him, do you have a son?
Well, that son is Jusuf Nurkic, the guy you're seeing out there. And 14 years of age, Jusuf Nurkic had never played the game of basketball, so the agent took him under the wing, and the rest pretty much history here, Kevin.
I like that story.
You wonder, with Nurkic last year getting hurt, just how much further the Blazers could have gone. Again, carried by C.J. McCollum and Damian Lillard, their unbelievable dynamic duo at the guard position, but the defensive anchor all year long had been Nurkic.
And with their high-powered backcourt, Brent, Nurkic providing the Blazers with that sorely needed paint presence. He is a big body.
Big body who sets screens and frees up a bunch of room for those guards that you mentioned, Kevin. But the interesting thing is about all the dirty work that Nurkic can do down low for this basketball team, picking up 10, 12 points in the painted area and putting a lot of pressure on the defense.
And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Lillard outside. 5 to shoot. Over Westbrook. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And he recovers it. Let's take a peek now here at the league leaders and rebounders. Second is Hassan Whiteside. In the third spot, Clint Capella.
Guys, we're lucky to get to watch two of the league's most outstanding rebounders on the same court here today.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Westbrook. Trailblazers trail by 11. Knocked loose. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the ball, and Westbrook throws it down.
I mean, can you imagine 3 knee surgeries and then pulling off something like that? Westbrook, athleticism personified.
Anthony left side. Rebounded by Capella.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Now here's McLemore. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so here is Houston. Tucker dishes to McLemore. Westbrook against Lillard. Offensive rebound. Capella got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Lillard, right side. It's tipped. And here's Westbrook. He's got 6. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Anthony.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like this.
Oh!
Another reminder, Kevin, that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Now here's Harden. He's coming off a 13-point game against Minnesota.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
Now here's McLemore. 13-point lead. Shot clock at 6. Hits it from 3-point range. McLemore's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Lillard attacking. Bazemore on the wing. The tray. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's McLemore. Basket counts. McLemore's got 5 points in the quarter.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
The Rockets making a switch here. House is checked in.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Bazemore. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Deep 2 from Anthony. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Westbrook. Here's Capella. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Capella's got 10 points in the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Count the basket.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
Harden outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Damian Lillard. For Houston, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Houston. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Whiteside comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and McCollum subbed in for Kent Bazemore. And both free throws good for James Harden.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Anthony right side. Anthony drawing the double team. Kicks it out to Lillard. But they recover it. Pass to Hazanya. Inside. Whiteside, the pass to McCollum. Poked loose, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Friday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Tries yet again. Good as the jump shot falls. 6 points for Lillard.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
With the teardrop, the shot will not fall. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Yeah, and watching that, all kinds of contributions and just little things that guys were doing to chip in for that win.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And it's Gordon missing. Trailblazers trail by 20 to the left wing. Here's Lillard. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
You know, that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Harden the pass to Westbrook. Houston moving the ball around. Here is House, covered by Anthony. 5 on the clock. Westbrook fires away from outside. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. And he overshot that one, missing. Trailblazers trail by 18. And Hassan Whiteside, the kind of player that you love when he's engaged, but Brent, equally frustrating when he's not.
You wonder about the role that he's played, and with Miami taking a bunch of different turns in terms of their roster, where he fit in. Now Portland taking a shot at bringing Whiteside to the Northwest, having him possibly come off the bench and play some minutes to stabilize the second unit. It's going to be an interesting year the way he approaches this one mentally.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Anthony. 10 points for Lillard.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Lillard against Westbrook. Chalk up 2 there. Westbrook's got 10.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
McCollum against Harden. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Pass to Anthony. Anthony drawing the double team. Here's Azania. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
When he felt the double team coming, quickly located the open man.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Rockets. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Some solid defense from Lillard. Trailblazers trail by 18 to the paint. It's tipped. Stolen by Harden. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Lillard with the rebound. Portland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Passes it to Anthony. Kicks it out to McCollum. To the inside. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Westbrook. And he comes up with the deuce. 12 points for him.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Nene comes in for Danuel House. Gerald Green, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Rodney Hood's checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for McCollum. Now here's Anthony down low. Over Nene. Anthony's shot is off. And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine.
What a jam!
Wow.
Fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice.
One thing about Lillard is he can go with either hand when he's attacking the rim, and that makes it very difficult to defend.
Rockets leading by 20. Here's Rivers. Good work defensively by Lillard. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
And there's the call on Nene. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his third foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
40 seconds left in the first half of the game. Lillard looking around. No good off the back of the rim. Houston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And it's Gordon missing.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Good on the wing, guarded by Green. Rivers against Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Over Rivers. And it's Lillard again missing. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Houston. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Houston holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are in blowout territory, leading by 20. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet and in.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
This reminds me of myself. They're just giving away points from the free throw line. It's hard to keep pace when you keep putting guys on the line over and over. Being physical is fine, but they were out of control, way too reckless.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Here's McCollum. Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Kent Bazemore is out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. To the paint. Clock at 6. Here's Bazemore. They get it back. Tries again. Nurkic can't hit. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Houston. Lob pass to Capella. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Westbrook draws so much attention, so takes advantage there, finds a teammate.
Here's Lillard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Scoring has always been Lillard's strength, but last season a career high in assists. And you wonder how much a healthy Nurkic is going to help propel this team as they've equipped themselves with some interesting players at the wing position to try to take another step forward in the Western Conference.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard. And watching film is becoming an obsession for Damian Lillard.
Well, that's a great way to learn, visually sitting down and not only looking at your opponents, but where it is maybe where you can take advantage and stay in your zone. Lillard committed to the game and committed to improving.
Trailblazers trail by 21. Bazemore passes to Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Yeah, all night long he's just been on it. He's feeling it, and Lillard will start to call his own number in some of these sets.
And for Houston, they're shooting here about 46% for the game. Outside Westbrook. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
How
about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Lillard against Westbrook, and Lillard kicks to McCollum. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Shoots over Tucker. Anthony can't hit.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
The Trailblazers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Rockets. Off to a great start this season, currently in second. And checking out Portland, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they haven't attracted any serious attention here in the early season. It's been the kind of average start that most had predicted.
And after talking to some of the coaches and the players, they're not happy that they couldn't start off on a little bit more of a roll. But I think they're in fine shape with the bulk of the season still to come.
4 on the shot clock. From deep, Harden. The Rockets again can't hit. And for Portland, their shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. McCollum, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden.
He's just a hard guy not to foul. C.J. McCollum is so versatile as a scorer, you never know which move he's going to go to.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Free throw good, McCollum.
The 2013 draft comes up, and the 10th pick is announced as C.J. McCollum out of Lehigh. And a lot of people said, who is this guy? Not a lot of people say that now, Kevin.
And so McCollum nails both of them. Houston leading by 20. Now Harden. He's got 8. Takes the 3. Harden missing again.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And there's the pass to House. Back to Harden. There's the triple. Kept alive by Houston. Westbrook against Lillard. Goes back up, and Westbrook gets it to go. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. That 3 off the mark. Houston's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Can't nail the jumper. Trailblazers trailed by 19. Lillard, right side. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. No good from 11 feet. Got a piece of it. For Houston, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Westbrook passes to Capella. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Anthony. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Melo can play big down there in the paint, so using his size that time to draw the contact.
The Trailblazers have made 9 free throws in the game. 14 attempts.
2 shots. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
Just get a feeling like Melo has brought some extra energy to this one. This guy eats, drinks, and breathes basketball, but he's at it here tonight.
Houston making a switch here. McLemore is checked in. That one misses. Rockets leading by 19 points. Outside Westbrook. Fires, high post. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Well, we've got a moment here. Let's now see who the league's top scorers are. James Harden, number 1. Damian Lillard, 3rd.
Anytime these two guys are on the floor at the same time, you're just waiting for one of them to go off, if not both of them.
Trailblazers trail by 19. McCollum outside. He kicks it to Bazemore. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. Deep 2 from Anthony. It's rebounded by Houston. McLemore with the ball. 5 points in the game. Launches it. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist from McLemore. Harden's got 11 points.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. Here's Nurkic, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the night. Lillard against Westbrook. Pass to McLemore. To the middle. And the dunk by Capella.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Pass to Nurkic. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Capella. First in field goal percentage. Third in rebounding. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And you're right. He's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. Mario Hezonja is checked in for Portland. Rodney Hood comes in for Damian Lillard. Capella kicks it to Tucker. McLemore, the pass to Westbrook. Here's Capella.
That's his first personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
That free throw, no good. Green, he's checked in for Houston. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Whiteside's checked in. No luck that time either. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And a wide open look for McCollum. No good on the triple.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Green, the pass to Capella. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, easy call.
He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one.
At the line for 2.
That's good from Capella. Rivers, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Simons, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And he makes the first but misses the second. And drafted by the Jazz in 2014, Rodney Hood seemed to establish himself in Utah. But Brent, as we saw last year, he finished up well with Portland.
Well, a great job by Neil O'Shea picking Rodney Hood up and had some big games in the playoffs. He's part of a collaborative at the wing position now for Portland, where Terry Stotts can use the likes of Rodney Hood and Kent Bazemore to play a lot of switching defenses and continue to make teams have to guard, as Hood's capable of making threes and making plays off the bounce.
Out left to the wing. Here's Simons. He's guarded by Rivers. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. And the Rockets making a change here. Chandler's checked in. Zach Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. Second free throw, no good. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
And you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior, and you're a college player, and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
Green deciding where to go with it. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Well, those kind of shots should come with a warning label. Caution, Hassan Whiteside is around. He's simply one of the best shot blockers in the league.
So for the Rockets, Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And Eric Gordon subbed in for McLemore. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Zach Collins. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anfernee Simons. 6 to shoot. There's Gordon with the three. The three-pointer is right on target. Gordon's got 9.
Well, if Eric Gordon gets the ball from beyond the arc, you have to respect his ability to knock those down.
It's McCollum with the drive. Here's Whiteside. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got 7 rebounds in the game. It's Rivers on the wing. Shoots over Bazemore. A nice shot by Rivers. Rivers has got 4 points now in the quarter. Portland's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third.
That's his second personal. At the line for the Trailblazers, C.J. McCollum. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. And here are the Rockets now. On offense, here are the Rockets. They're on a 17-6 run.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level sixth man for the rest of his career.
Here's Green, and it's Green slamming it down.
A great pass from Gordon there, leading to the assist.
And for Portland, they're shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. McCollum against Rivers. Here's Hezonja. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Tyson Chandler.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No good on that one. Good on the second free throw. And so here is Houston. Passes it to Rivers. Over McCollum. And Chandler throws it down.
Got to keep Chandler out of the paint when he's in there that close to the rim with that size. He's ramming it home.
Rivers against McCollum. The pass to Hezonja. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two.
At the line for the Trailblazers, C.J. McCollum. At the line for two.
Free throw good, McCollum. And so McCollum nails both of them. Here's Rivers. 10 points for him. Dishes to Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Lets a floater go. Here's Chandler. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
How about that? Tyson Chandler with some muscle on display. He's skinny, but the strength to power through that time.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throw no good for Chandler.
And only about 60% from the line for the game. They shot it better in that first half, but have fallen apart here in the second half. Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Rivers finds Gordon. Back to Rivers. Nene against Hood. The shot by Nene, no good. Portland's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. It's McCollum on the wing. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. Yes, that goes in. McCollum's got 12 points now in the quarter.
That's a great read on the pick and roll by McCollum. The defender backing up leaves him no hope of affecting that shot.
Rivers against McCollum. Rivers kicks to Gordon. There's Green with the three. A rebound by Hezonja.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
They are just killing them on the interior.
McCollum against Rivers. McCollum passes to Whiteside. 26 seconds left in the third. Bazemore misses.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Gordon. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Gordon's got 11 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Rivers against McCollum. That will count, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Houston, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. Nene is out there with Clark, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's Simons. From deep, Collins. That one misses. And the call will go against Anthony Tolliver. That's his first foul. When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that the players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league. The body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting. Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. James Harden. He's checked in for Gordon. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Austin Rivers. And there's the feed to Harden. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. And that's 13 points for James Harden.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
Well, he played a seamless first half, but in the second half, some poor decisions right here. He continues to throw the ball away.
Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. From deep, sinks the 3-pointer. Westbrook's got 20 points.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Knocked away. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Westbrook throws it down.
Well, he's edge-of-your-seat material out in transition. Westbrook is equally adept at pulling up for the shot or taking it to the rack.
Now a timeout called by Portland. It's tough to get a unified feel on who the league MVP is. Which element, when you're looking at the MVP, matters most to you?
If we talk about that, Kevin, I always think about the MVP ends up being the guy that helps you get 6 to 8 unexpected wins. That's who I look to. So in this past season, what it was that Giannis did, not only with Coach Budenholzer coming in to Milwaukee, the stylistic change that they went through, and then the shouldered responsibility of Giannis to be the initiator to that much change in one season. That's why last year I feel like he was the most valuable player in the league. Even though eye-popping numbers were coming out of Houston, again with James Harden, I go back to Giannis and that massive amount of change and him being the guy that shouldered it all.
That's a great answer. And McLemore, he's checked in for James Harden.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Nene up top. He's guarded by Collins. Nene kicks to Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. Cephalosha misses. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Portland moving the ball around. And here's Little. Portland no good that time either.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
At the line for your Rockets, Thabo Cephalosha. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
And not doing very well at the line in this half. Percentage has dropped all the way down to below 60.
And he sinks the second. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything shooting. Free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league? Right. As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
Pass to Simons. Over to the wing. Here's Trent, guarded by McLemore. And it's Houston on the break. Westbrook leading the charge.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those nights. Right now, Westbrook, relentless.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Trent, guarded by McLemore. They need this one. Misses off the left iron.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more.
What a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right? You got your scorecard out, Kevin. That might be a 50, or are we going 100 or 1,000? Westbrook with a unique combination of power and athleticism.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, do we? From the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. it's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
Not in
NBA.
today's game, and not with what's at stake.
He hits the second from the line. And here are the Rockets now. They're on an 18-1 run right now. Portland grabs the miss. Collins has got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside. Here's Tolliver. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And here's Sefolosha. He brings it up for Houston. They've only given up 1 point in the 4th quarter. He feeds it to Nene. And Nene slams it in.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Free throw no good for Nene. Portland's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Here's Simons. Second chance shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Tolliver. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? No, it can't be. Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game.
Yeah.
Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. Quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys. But as the season goes on, you just don't see that very much.
And for Portland, they're shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Feeds it to Collins. Over Nene. Shot by Collins, no good. Now the Rockets with it. They've got a 22-run going. What a pace. And Nene gets it to go on the assist from McLemore. 6 points for Nene.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Stolen by Nene. 3-on-3. And finished off by McLemore.
Like seeing Sefolosha dish the rock that time. Good awareness at finding the open man.
Simons the pass to Little. Stolen by Westbrook. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, AM doesn't stand for morning with Westbrook. It stands for attack mode.
A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about, Kevin, when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. Shot by Collins, no good.
Yeah, this has been a night where you could look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
Portland's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Little passes to Trent. Inside. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
On the free throw, no good. Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. You ever see that happening?
It'd be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that in soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in on what those individual cups mean and the competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. If Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done, it becomes very intriguing instead of an all-star weekend to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament with something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids play that at high school. They play that in the college level. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And they better hope their performance at the line in the second half doesn't come back to bite them. Missing your free throws is a good way to cough up a lead.
McLemore, the pass to Clark. To the paint, here's Nene, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
To the wing on the left. Little passes to Simons. Over Rivers. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
And the call will go against Anthony Tolliver. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. Now, I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
Green, he's checked in for Houston, and he's good on the second.
Well, he's putting his game right in the face of the defense right now and just driving into the paint to get contact.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Little kicks to Tolliver. Now here's Little. 6 to shoot. That shot missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And it's Green missing. Portland's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Pass to Trent. All alone. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
And that fourth foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter. And if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from there.
Green. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 7 rebounds in the game. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins.
Yeah, that's a tough one, Kev. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. The steal. Simons, the pass to Trent. To the left side wing. Here's Simons. He's guarded by Rivers. Pass to Collins. Chandler with the steal. Now Green to the inside. And Chandler throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Simons, the pass to Collins. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Houston's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished.
Oh!
No way.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for
I'd like
NBA.
to see more, actually.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Deflects the pass. Chandler with the steal. Now here's Green. He's guarded closely. And Chandler throws it down.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And another turnover here by Portland.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. And here are the Rockets now. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. There's 31 seconds left in the game. Here's Clark. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Collins passes to Trent. Wants to get it to Collins and does. They can't stop the run with that one.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Russell. We often are told that the first game at home after a long road trip is like the last game of the road trip. How important was getting this win here?
It's huge, man. Coming off a loss last night, a tough one, and it was a great win for us. Got back in front of our home crowd, and we played great.
We'll see if the home cooking can keep you going. Thanks, Russell.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2